Hey guys, welcome back. Charles Damiano here once again from the Bruce Lee collection, and again I'm here with my buddy Hector Martinez.
Brother Charlie.
Yes indeed.
Waka!
In his Bruce Lee gallery, and we have a couple of fun items up here today. I was just chatting with Hector and I said, let's pull out some really cool vintage items that I remember as a kid that we picked up in Chinatown. And he came up with one of the items that I remember searching Chinatown for, and I still have it. I don't have the chucks that come with it, but I can't wait to chat about that item. And then you picked up this other beautiful item. So I'm gonna pass the mic over to you. It focuses on Way of the Dragon, which is one of my favorite movies outside of Enter the Dragon. So let's get right into this, man.
Sounds good to me, Charlie. Charlie, what you're looking at first here is the Chinese Kung Fu Nunchaku.
Damn!
Charlie, this one is actually from 1974.
I remember it well.
Yeah. These here, they were acquired in New York City's Chinatown.
Yes.
Yeah, back in the days. Remember those little gift shops? They would sell magazines, cassettes, you know, Bruce Lee
T-shirts.
T-shirts.
The little black and white posters.
Those were unlicensed.
Yeah, exactly. The little 4x6 cards, all unlicensed.
True. And these were actually found at those shops.
Yes.
Now, Charlie, this is part of that company. I don't think they were licensed, but they're the ones that did the keychains.
Oh, yes.
Remember it's that Chinese Kung Fu?
Yeah.
With Bruce Lee holding the two nunchucks in the Way of the Dragon. They did the keychains, and they did several
You still
little...
have those, right? I have those as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a few.
It had a little blue cover that it came on with Bruce with the double nunchucks, right?
Exactly.
With the white tank
top. Man. I mean, every teenager needed that.
Yes.
You know? So this is probably the biggest piece that they produced.
Yes.
Everything was in, they were miniatures,
Yeah.
very small. They also did metal nunchakus.
Oh, right.
Remember that? The keychain, the metal nunchaku? So they did this. These are made of plastic. And what I love about this particular piece, it's got a big shot of Bruce Lee in Way of the Dragon. And the chucks were designed in Bruce Lee's Way of the Dragon style.
Yeah, I could see that.
They were fat. They looked like two big...
clubs.
Right? You know, that's what they look like.
Thinner at the top and then really club-like at the bottom, and they were round. Just like they tried to duplicate them.
Exactly.
Wow, I can't believe you still had that sealed. I have it also, but I gave my chucks when my kids were born. I was introducing them to Bruce Lee, and I gave them the chucks, and the chucks have long been destroyed. Man. But I kept the cover, so I still have the cover in plastic in my collection.
I saw it.
You saw it, right?
I saw it.
But yours is still sealed with the chucks, which I love.
I mean, you know, I was.
I mean, that's
fortunate.
old.
Yeah. I actually got these about it's like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I don't remember. Again, I got them through eBay.
Yeah.
So this is really it's a pretty unique. Very nostalgic.
It really is. It brings me back, that piece, man. I remember I was 15 years old, searching through Chinatown in '74, looking for these. I used to ask my mom for some money because I wasn't working at the time, and all my money went to buying Bruce Lee memorabilia. And I'd be depressed when I couldn't buy something because I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
Whether it be that or a photo or a T-shirt or those little keychains, I had to have it, man. Wow. You
know, my dad used to give me a $5 allowance when, because he used to be a super of a building on 10th Street.
Yes.
And he would say, if you want to make some money, I need you to go upstairs and I need you to sweep the steps. Maybe a little mop once in a while. He'd give me $5. Those $5 to me meant everything.
Everything, right?
I got on the red bus, the number 9 Avenue B bus, went straight to Chinatown and search for things like this.
Exactly. Oh man.
I mean, these things were what, like $1.99?
Yeah, they were nothing back then.
You know.
Yeah.
And today they're like $100, $200.
Wow.
I mean, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, we grew up in the same neighborhood, man. I grew up on 12th Street and Avenue A, and you were right near me.
I was on 10th Street between B and C.
Yeah, I lived on B for a while also. I can't believe we were that close.
We were probably fighting for the same item at the store back in the days. You know? We didn't even know.
That's funny. Well, great piece, man. Great item.
I love it. It's very displayable, and it's seldom seen.
It's a beautiful display item.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right, what do you have next here?
Well, moving on up here, we're going to get more into quality.
Okay.
And Japan is known for quality.
Oh, they are.
When the Japanese, our Japanese brothers and sisters, when they put something out, they go all the way, man. Perfect paper, right color, unseen, rare shots. And then they come up with unique things such as this. This is a Japanese 8mm Way of the Dragon film excerpts. So it's not the entire film.
Right.
It's part of the film on this 8mm reel. And again, features exquisite Bruce Lee artwork on the box.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. Charlie, I believe this is from 1974 or 75.
You might be right. You might be right. Do you remember when the Hong Kong put out their versions of this?
Oh, yeah.
Again, the quality was never as good as the Japanese. I have the Hong Kong version, and I think you may have it too. But the Japanese version, it's just the quality they use, like you said, on the paper, the quality of the film, the cassette, it's just all first class. They just really know how to do it in Japan.
In Japan. I mean, listen, I have respect for our Chinese brothers and sisters.
Absolutely.
Of course we got respect for them. They're our brothers. As Bruce Lee was Chinese.
Absolutely.
Man. He was the man. But I do have to admit, and my apologies, I don't mean to be unkind or disrespectful. I'm just saying the truth. The Chinese are known for quantity.
Yes.
And the Japanese are known for quality.
Well said, well said.
The Chinese, they make tons of this material.
Yep.
You know, tons of this.
Yeah.
And, you know, it may not be like the utmost, you know, top quality, but they make tons of it. The Japanese make limited amounts.
Absolutely.
But they produce this.
Yeah,
but no disrespect, because the Chinese also, lately, they've been doing some great stuff. You got to give it to our Chinese brothers and sisters. They also do this.
So what came as part of this little set here?
Charlie, this is the 8mm Way of the Dragon film. Here's the reel. It's from a company called Toei in Japan.
Okay.
Toei company. Now, what makes this unique is because it's a very early version of 8mm. It doesn't have any sound on the reel.
That's how you could tell it's an early version.
It's an early version. So what the Japanese, again, very, very wise, very slick, they did a cassette soundtrack.
Look at that.
Now, when I say soundtrack, I don't mean the music to the movie. I mean the accompanying soundtrack. As they're speaking and the sound effects. So while you played the film on your 8mm projector, you had to sync it with your cassette.
So you had to put your cassette in your cassette box and get the sound ready to sync with the video you're about to watch.
How long?
Indeed.
Yeah, that's how they came out in the early days. You got the cassette with the reel. With the reel.
I mean, it's genius.
It really is.
It's genius until they discovered how to put the soundtrack on the film. I mean, they knew how to do it, Charlie, because we had film before this was released. It was probably costly to do so.
Yeah.
Or it was a gimmick. Because the Japanese are very, very smart in that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a gimmick.
It's like a novelty item that way. It's like, oh, wow, look, a cassette comes, and I got the voiceover, I got the reel, I got the... it could be.
It could be. Back in the days, let's say we're in the 70s, right? And you want to see a Bruce Lee film. And you had a choice of a reel with the soundtrack included over this. Naturally, we will go with the soundtrack with the already sound track attached to the reel. But now, as collectors, if I had the option of this one, I do this one.
Yeah.
Because you've got more to talk about.
And also, back in the 70s, cassette plays were very big. Remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, you could buy dozens in Crazy Eddie, every type of cassette player possible they were selling at the time.
They were big amps.
Big amps. And some people rather just pop the cassette in, because let's say you had this and the sound was on it. In order to hear the sound to the track, you have to play the reel on Super 8. Not a lot of people had a 8mm camera.
Yeah, you're right.
But everyone had a cassette.
They had a cassette player.
So the best thing is you could pop the cassette and just listen to Bruce Lee.
Listen to the soundtrack.
On the soundtrack, exactly.
I mean,
wow.
That's what they did, a few years, actually in the 70s when they released those albums.
Yeah.
This is what you hear in the album.
Exactly.
Here's your name, Tom. Miss Chen Chinois. So that's what you would get.
Wow, that is a beautiful, beautiful item. I've never seen this, man. First time.
Oh, for real?
I'm so glad you pulled it out, because this is a first for me. I mean, like I said, I've seen the Chucks, and I picked them up as a kid, but this Japanese piece here, Way of the Dragon, 8mm, I've never seen before. And it came with this little insert.
It comes with a little insert, little booklet.
Yeah.
Talking about other films available from this Toei company.
Yep.
You've got some, I think it looks like Mako Kaji, Lady Snowblood. Emmanuel, and some of the things. Yeah. So
that.
yeah, it comes with a little booklet, and it's got that vintage vinegar syndrome.
Yeah.
That's what they call vinegar syndrome.
And anything that's that old, man, over 45 years old, you're gonna get that vintage smell to it. I love that. As collectors, we love that.
It's
like opening up a comic book for the first time. And you smell that, or an old magazine, and it has a distinct smell of the paper
from back then.
Yeah, after 40, 45
you're like,
years.
Grandma,
Grandma,
you remember back in the days.
Oh man, well this was great, man. Thank you for that. I'm glad you introduced the Chucks. It brought me back to my Chinatown days, and I love the soundtrack and the Super 8. Is that Super 8 or regular 8mm?
This one is an 8mm.
8mm, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but we all have films in Super 8 as well.
Absolutely.
And,
well,
yeah, man.
Well, another great item, man. Listen, I wanted to thank you once again.
Thank you, Charlie.
Well, again, guys, I wanted to thank you once again for sharing these beautiful items with us. Always a pleasure. And again, guys, if you like what you saw today and you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel so you can see more fun content similar to this, and give the video a thumbs up. And once again, Charles Damiano signing out from the Bruce Lee Collection, as always saying have fun collecting, and we'll see you next Friday.
You got it.
Take care, guys. Woo!